Would you say one-on-one is your thing? The thing that they would say?
Oh, I'd say yeah. I'd
Yeah.
say yeah. People, and especially when the lockdown was happening and Netflix put it on. They put it on like towards the end of 2020.
Okay.
And it literally just went off Netflix.
A whole different
October.
audience get to see it now.
I got 10-year-olds.
Right.
But it was crazy that it just had a whole nother life.
Right.
Now it's on this new cable network, Dabble or something like that. It's a new network.
Right.
Now it's on there, and it just keeps living, and it is that thing that
Right.
people like. Mr. Washington. I check in hotels. Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Washington. I'm like,
Wow.
That's my character.
Right. But what's cool about that? I like is like you put a positive.
Yeah.
Person, I mean, to be big from a positive situation, role.
Yeah.
A father to take care of his daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't see that often, especially a single father and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you should definitely be proud of that. Even that, no matter what else you play. You know what I'm saying? For the culture, for the culture, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm super proud of that.
How did it become? How did it become out?
I created the show, which a lot of people don't know. I pitched it. I had a holding deal at Disney. I had a script deal. Hired a writer and wrote the script. He didn't listen to everything that I wanted, but he added his flavor, whatever. Anyway, they passed on that script. So then I'm like, man. So I wait about another year. And I tell my agent, you know what? I want to go back out and pitch it, but I want to pitch it the way I envisioned it. And that's what I did. Pitched it. Then I had to meet with a bunch of writers. I met with about 4 or 5 writers.
Right.
And hired Sister Unetta Boone from Maryland. And God rest her soul.
She just passed away a couple years ago. Yep.
And went ahead to go over and give the story, the backstory, all that. She's writing it. So anyway, cut to.
But hold on, before you get there,
yes.
What made you come up with that idea, though?
Oh, my bad.
Idea.
Yeah, the idea came from I had a friend of mine from Harlem who was a teenage father, and we used to watch. He was a young father. He was like 18 when he had his kid, and it was like, oh man, you can't do nothing. You can't, go out, no girls. Blah, blah. So that always just stuck in my head. And then I saw an LL Cool J commercial. He had a Coca-Cola commercial where he was on the stoop doing his daughter's hair, and the ponytails ended up crooked. And I said, that's a show.
Wow.
Then I saw a Nike commercial with the Little Rascal music playing, and Kyla Pratt was on the commercial. She was, all sweet, like, oh, you're Lisa Leslie. And she would go, oh, you want my autograph? No, because you don't hustle, you don't play defense.
I remember that too.
Yeah, and it was a series of them. And I said, I want her to play my daughter. That's literally how it happened. This is before any network or any producers. I just envisioned that and pitched it to Greenblatt John Lowry on a Tuesday. I think like on a Friday he called, and we had a deal. And then
nice.
Had to find a writer, obviously. Got Unetta, and then learning for myself what that means as a writer, as a showrunner, as a creator, and getting your credit. I didn't know then what I know now.
Right, sure.
I didn't register my idea,
wow.
which I didn't know. Wow. I was 26
right, sure.
when I came up with the idea. I didn't know.
Right.
And it's the guild recognizes who pins it.
Right,
sure. And that was the thing that I did myself in that sense. But it was tough to kind of go through knowing that and going to work. But at the end of the day, I just said, you know what? I got a choice. I could either not work,
right,
or 200 people don't work, or I can just go to work.
But one thing about it was such a positive role.
Yeah.
Was it easy when people start reading that we want this? It was like, we don't know. It ain't because we haven't really seen that before on TV.
Well, UPN, we shot the pilot, and what's her name was in the pilot? Rosalind Sanchez. Do you remember Rush Hour 2?
Yeah.
She played my
ex-wife.
landlord.
Okay.
And then it was kind of like love interest.
Mm-hmm.
And after the table read, they fired her.
God damn.
And I was like, yo, what is going on? Y'all just told her that y'all was calling her with call time. Like, and
Hollywood.
yeah,
Dun, dun,
I
dun,
was
dun,
like,
dun, dun.
yeah, that right there blew me. I was like, wow.
Right, yeah.
So we shot the pilot over at CBS Radford. We shot the pilot and aired, tested it, everything, and it didn't get picked up. They didn't pick it up.
What?
And now this is the time I just got married. My wife and I are in the car. I got the call, and we pull over. We both cry.
Right.
I'm like, what am I doing? And then we put on Mary, Mary. I just can't give up now. We sit there, we cry. We're like, it's gonna be okay.
Right.
So cut to a year later, our year anniversary. We're coming back from Santa Barbara. Get a call from a manager. Hey, Flex. Yeah. So, you still interested in doing your show? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, because Paramount wants to do it. I'm like, what?
Wow.
It never happened before. When they passed on the show, they pick it up a year later. Head of UPN at the time, Dean Valentine, who used to be at Disney.
Okay.
He came to me personally and said, I apologize. We should have picked it up from the get-go.
Wow.
And told me, you don't have to worry about it. You're good. And you know what they picked up instead of us? The Something Files of Desmond Pfeiffer. Remember that with Shaw McBride, where he was Lincoln's slave?
Wow, I think I do remember that. Yeah,
that's what they picked up.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Kyla Pratt. We just did a movie together called Not Another Church Movie.
Oh,
check it out.
I
I liked her. Yeah,
Kyla,
she was cool.
Man,
she was cool.
So
So when you're doing the show, I just you got to be getting a lot of black love, just a lot, everywhere you're going and stuff. People appreciating that because we hadn't really seen that. Came at a time when we really wasn't. There's a lot of hip hop movies that wasn't really positive. Whatever it was, or shit like that I was in, and How to Be a Player and all that crap. But that's what it is. That's what it is.
We do
but the fact, but to do something like that, I can see even to this day, people must thank you for that, man.
I get people coming up to me, grown women, well, obviously younger, but saying, in their 30s or whatever, man, thank you. Like, my father raised me, and we watched your show. That was our time together. Or I get a father coming to me say, man, you helped me with such and such. Like, the love from one-on-one, man, has been. It's so great.
That's good.
So great.
That's good.
Especially traveling the country. Like,
right. Sure.
It's so great.
You'd be surprised how much. I mean, who you touched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even some of the stuff I do, they pick out little things. I'm like, y'all like that? Man, that was my favorite. I watch it all the time.
Especially when you get out of LA.
That's what I'm saying. Well, my man, for travel, right?
Yeah,
right,
when
exactly.
you get out of LA,
wow.
you really see, you have people who really
Right.
appreciate what you do.
Right.
Like, we were getting ready to do Baps. I was getting ready to play your role.
Really?
We was getting ready to do Baps with Jacarius. And,
the play, right.
It ended up not happening, but, yeah.
Well, I initially was going to do. We rehearsed it.
Oh, that first,
Yes, and then
it shut down.
For the pandemic.
Right.
And then unfortunately, Natalie passed away.
Yeah.
And then AJ passed away.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So yeah. If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?
The king can't always be the damn king by itself. I need servants to step up.
Turn me up a little bit.